Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're a subscriber and if you're new to this channel, welcome. And if you haven't already subscribed, please consider subscribing. It will really help us out. Anyhow, today I am going to sow some seed. It is March. I've been meaning to do these, but have not had the chance to do that. Started yesterday to clear the garden, but then it got darker, so tonight I just got back from work and I needed to sow some seeds. I wanted to sow some more chamomile. I wanted to sow some lavender. This is right there is the monster variety. I also wanted to sow some red velvet lettuce. These are slightly more heat tolerant than the green ones. Some bunching onions. I have a seed packet here that contains sweet basil, chives, garlic, oregano, and cilantro. So I wanted to sow this. I love herbs. I use them to make tea. I use them to cook. Somebody sent me some soursop seeds that I'm going to try to see if I can germinate it and grow it here. Love them. Eating them before. Grew up eating them back in Nigeria. And then this right here is some seeds. These are African basil, also called saint leaf. So I'm going to sow some of that and some bell pepper, which I have in this cup. But before I start, I wanted to actually just give some hack with regards to sowing seeds. If you don't have any of the seed trays or you can't afford any of these things, they're not really that expensive, but you can use anything around the house. So right here, I have some small foil container. These are rolls from the kitchen towels that have already finished. So these are really easy. You grab them. I just mark them to the height of this and then proceeding cutting them just like that. Be careful not to cut yourself. So these, I'll show you what we're gonna do. You put them in like this. I'm gonna put some gloves on. I already have my soil pre-mixed here already. This soil was just a mixture of pit moss and some chicken manure that have already been pre-moistened. So when you squeeze them, they break up like cake. So now what you want to do is to fill this up. So when you're filling them, they're going to be a little messy, but you want to fill them in. What's going to happen is that the soil that falls in here is going to help hold them upright. We're ready to plant. So now I'm going to put these seeds in here. These seeds are pretty big. These are pretty big seeds. So I'm just going to put one in each, two in each, to ensure that we get germination. Sometimes if you're sure of the seed, you can just put one each. But I'm going to put two in each of these. And then we'll cover it with some. Now, the good thing about these paper rolls, like I said earlier on, is that they're biodegradable. once this root, you can literally just take them, pick them up like that, and just bury them in the soil, dig a hole the same size as them and put it in the soil without disturbing the root. And these would degrade in the soil. So now what we're going to do is to moisten this. So now, in order to create a dome, since this is a cover, I will just put this over it. And there we have it. We're going to put this aside and then do the rest of our sowing. Don't forget to place a label so that you know what date that you actually sowed the seed. We will now begin sowing these. So I'm going to start by filling each and every one of these with the pre-moistened soil and pack them down a little bit so that the video is not unnecessarily too long. I'm just going to fill all of this. We'll come back and then sow the seeds. All right, we're back. The pots have all been filled with soil. You can easily use some of these tools just to make indentations in the soil, or you can choose to do this without. If you're interested in some of these trays, I will put a link to the Amazon stores where I got them. If you're getting value from this video so far, please like, smash the notification button, and comment. If you haven't already subscribed, please consider subscribing. So let's carry on. Here I am going to is very, very beneficial in the garden. When sown around other plants, they do help in reducing disease burden for other plants. Now, because they are so small, the best way actually to sow them is to broadcast them on top of the soil. I would recommend that you actually don't even cover them because they're so tiny, and you just spread them. That's how small they are. And these are the German variety. I already have the Roman variety. The Roman variety crawl on the ground, and these ones can get up to a certain number of feet. So that's that jam. Chamomile is known for its health benefits in terms of its anxiolytic properties and antispasmodic properties, meaning they do help in anxiety, which is why they are widely consumed at night. They produce a particular chemical called apigenin, which binds to the benzodiazepine receptors in the brain, thereby alleviating anxiety. And they are also good in terms of gut health. They reduce smooth muscle contraction. So they are actually used in a lot of topical products for eczema and atopic dermatitis, which is the irritation of the skin. Now I'm sowing the lavender the same way. The seeds are also very small. Because you don't really want to disturb the seeds, you may want to very thin layer. I don't think you need it, but some people get a little anxious about this. You can just be careful and just spray very lightly, just to have them to settle in the soil. Put the dome on top and just cover it. And the next seed we're going to sow right now is the African basil. And I'm just going to use this hand tool, and I'm just going to broadcast them the same way. And do the bunching onions, the red velvet. This will be my bell pepper. And I'm just going to, peppers are easier because you can see them. So I put a few, And like I said, I would thin them out when they come up. Most fruits and vegetables that have anthocyanins are really good for you. Anthocyanins are a group of antioxidants. So anthocyanins usually are in the red, blue, and purple fruits and vegetables, for which red bell peppers are one of those. Things like red onions, blueberries, strawberries, pomegranates in terms of fruits. So those are healthy to eat. Why does anybody care about antioxidants? Well, basically we care because they help reduce the free radicals in our body, which in turn reduce inflammation. Free radicals can wreak havoc in our body. They can lead to dysregulation of cells, and then cells will just overgrow and can lead to cancer. So it is important to eat food rich in antioxidants. So keep that in mind. Besides, they taste great. We move on to the bunchen onions and the red velvet lettuce. Again, is red. So you can see I'm intentional in the things that I'm growing. The red velvet is purple in color, is anthocyanide. So they have only 55 days to harvest. So these are pretty neat. They grow quickly. You're able to harvest them quickly. Because they are not head lettuces, you can just take what you need and leave it to keep growing. So it's more like, cut and come again type of thing. Just cover. And here we go with sweet basil. These are the green basil. I already have the purple growing. Chives, oregano. Oregano seeds are also very tiny. And then we'll cover lightly. Cover. Put the humidity dome on. The next thing to do is to go and put these on a heat mat in my greenhouse outside. We'll keep you updated on how they are doing. Let's recap. In this video, we have shown you how to actually be budget friendly. Also, how to start your seeds and the things that you need to start your seeds. Now, if you're going to start your seeds indoors, simply because your last frost date is way too far, be careful to use thorough soil like seed starting mix, because you don't want to have your seeds in your house with eggs of certain gnats and stuff flying around your house. So it is important, if you know that you do not have it. Also, be mindful of what your zone is and your last frost date. My last frost date as of this 2024 is March 29th here in Las Vegas, zone 9B. Some people who are in zone 9A in the same Las Vegas may have a different last frost date. You ask the question, what is a last frost date? Is the last day that there's a chance of frost in your area. Normally, they do not put your plants out for at least 2 weeks after your last frost date. But in terms of getting your plants ready, starting your seedlings, if you're starting them from seeds, you probably want to start them 6 to 8 weeks before your last frost date. That way they will be big enough to be able to be transplanted. If you're getting value from this video, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification button. This is Dr. Okeke.